Imagine turning a blank canvas into a wall sculpture made entirely of blooming texture. Today I'm showing you how to create stunning three-dimensional floral abstract art using nothing but a palette knife, rich sculptural medium, and a few professional secrets. Have you ever wanted your flowers to literally rise off the canvas and catch the light like luxury gallery art? In this video, you'll discover the exact palette knife techniques I use to build thick, elegant petals, dramatic layered blooms, and modern floral textures that look high-end and irresistibly tactile. Stay with me, because by the end of this tutorial you'll know how to transform simple paint into sculpted blossoms that feel alive, dimensional, and ready to become statement wall art for any beautiful interior. What if your next painting didn't just hang on the wall, but became part of the wall itself? Today we're creating bold, three-dimensional floral abstract artwork with sculptural palette knife techniques that give every petal depth, movement, and a luxurious gallery finish. If you love textured art that looks expensive, modern, and deeply satisfying to make, this technique is going to become one of your favorites. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through how professional artists layer heavy body paint and texture medium into blooming petals that almost seem to unfold in real time. Before we begin, picture soft floral forms catching natural light, casting delicate shadows, and changing their mood from every angle. That's exactly the magic we're creating today. This isn't just painting, it's sculpting with color. And once you learn the pressure, lift, and layering technique behind these abstract flowers, you'll be able to create artwork that feels both expressive and collectible. If you've ever stopped scrolling for those mesmerizing textured flower paintings online, today I'm revealing exactly how they're made. From the first knife press to the final raised petal highlight, you'll learn how to build floral wall art so dimensional it looks ready to bloom off the canvas. Hello, beautiful creators. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most satisfying and gallery-worthy painting methods you can bring into your studio: sculptural palette knife techniques for creating breathtaking three-dimensional floral abstract wall art. If you've ever looked at a textured floral canvas and wondered how artists achieve those rich, petal-like ridges, dramatic movement, and almost touchable blooms that seem to rise right out of the surface, this is the process you've been waiting for. In this tutorial, I'm going to guide you through the complete professional approach, from surface preparation and material consistency to knife pressure, petal architecture, layering logic, compositional balance, and finishing techniques that elevate a textured floral painting from decorative craft to fine art statement piece. Start with a sturdy stretched canvas or wood panel, because true sculptural palette knife work carries weight, and a weak support can warp under heavy-bodied mediums. I strongly recommend a gallery-depth canvas if this piece is intended as wall decor, because the thickness of the profile enhances the luxurious presence of the artwork and gives it a museum-inspired finish. Prime the surface well, even if it comes pre-gessoed, because multiple layers of texture need grip and long-term stability. For the sculptural material itself, use heavy body acrylics mixed with modeling paste, structure gel, or professional texture medium, until you reach a buttercream-like consistency that can hold sharp peaks without collapsing. This consistency is absolutely essential because floral petals depend on clean lifted edges and crisp knife marks that mimic the delicate curl of real blossoms, while remaining abstract enough to feel expressive and modern. Before applying texture, take a moment to visualize the rhythm of your composition. Great floral abstract wall art is not about copying nature literally. It's about translating the emotional movement of flowers into shape, mass, and gesture. Think in terms of bloom clusters, directional flow, negative space, and focal hierarchy. Perhaps your flowers rise diagonally across the canvas like wind-blown spring branches, or maybe they burst outward from a central energy point, creating a dramatic sculptural bouquet. Use a pencil or the back edge of your knife to lightly map the placement of major flowers, supporting buds, stems, and ambient texture zones. Now comes the most exciting part: building the petals. Load the palette knife generously on one side rather than flattening the paint across the blade. The secret to dimensional floral petals is allowing the knife to carry a mound of material that deposits naturally in a single press and lift motion. Place the knife tip where the petal begins. Press with controlled confidence. Drag slightly in a curved or teardrop movement, then lift upward to leave a raised edge. This lift is what gives the petal its elegant sculptural finish. Repeat this motion around an implied center point, varying the angle, pressure, and thickness so the flower feels organic rather than mechanically repeated. Some petals should overlap heavily while others skim lightly over the canvas, creating a sense of transparency through texture alone. This interplay between dense and airy marks gives your floral forms life. For roses, use tighter circular knife strokes that spiral inward, gradually layering folded petal shapes that increase in width as they radiate outward. For peonies or abstract blossoms, think larger, looser, and more gestural, allowing broad knife sweeps to create dramatic, ruffled edges. One of the most professional sculptural tricks is to avoid oversmoothing. Let the ridges remain visible. Those knife lines catch light and create shadows that change throughout the day, making the artwork visually interactive on the wall. This is what transforms a painting into dimensional wall sculpture. As you build multiple flowers, vary scale intentionally. Larger blooms establish dominance and become focal anchors, while smaller blossoms, buds, and partial petals support movement and prevent visual monotony. Depth in floral abstraction is created not only through actual texture height, but also through spatial layering. Place foreground flowers with thicker, sharper knife deposits, and allow background floral suggestions to remain softer, flatter, and less defined. This contrast creates atmospheric perspective even within an abstract framework. Color selection plays an equally important role in the sculptural illusion. A monochromatic white-on-white floral canvas creates elegant shadow play and luxurious minimalist decor appeal, while blush pinks, dusty mauves, sage greens, and muted neutrals lend a refined contemporary softness ideal for modern interiors. If you want something bold and dramatic, deep crimson blooms against a charcoal ground or ivory flowers against matte black create exceptional high-contrast wall art with premium designer impact. As a professional artist, I always encourage building color in layers rather than mixing every tone perfectly on the palette. Allow subtle marbling directly on the knife so that 2 or 3 related tones merge during the petal stroke. This creates natural tonal variation within a single petal, making the texture feel alive and painterly rather than flat. When moving into leaves and botanical accents, switch to a slightly narrower knife or use the edge of a larger blade. Leaf forms benefit from elongated pull strokes with a tapered finish, often starting heavier at the base and lifting to a sharp tip. Add stems sparingly. Too many linear elements can make the piece feel illustrative instead of abstract. Instead, suggest stems through directional movement and strategically place negative space. One of the hallmarks of sophisticated floral abstraction is knowing what to leave unsaid. Let some flowers dissolve into texture fields or disappear at the canvas edge, implying continuation beyond the frame. This creates expansiveness and gives the artwork a luxurious editorial feel often seen in upscale interior design galleries. To increase the sculptural drama, begin secondary texturing around the floral clusters. Use the side of the knife to skim thin layers of compound across the background, then scrape selectively to reveal under layers. This contrast between smooth atmosphere and raised bloom structure amplifies dimensionality. You can also create subtle impasto halos around focal flowers by feathering medium outward, almost like a soft relief sculpture embedded in paint. Lighting is another critical concept that professionals think about during creation, not only after the piece is hung. Imagine where natural highlights will fall across your ridges. By orienting petal strokes in different directions, you encourage dynamic shadow shifts, making the wall art change character depending on room lighting and viewing angle. This is especially powerful in entryways, living rooms, and gallery walls where the piece can command attention from multiple perspectives. If you want to push the floral abstraction further into luxury decor territory, incorporate metallic accents sparingly. A touch of champagne gold, soft bronze, or pearl iridescence skimmed lightly over dried ridges with the flat edge of the knife can transform the petals into luminous sculptural forms without overwhelming the softness of the composition. The key is restraint. Metals should kiss the highest peaks, not coat the entire bloom. Another advanced technique is wet-on-wet elevation layering, where you allow partially formed petals to support fresh upper petals before the underlayer dries. This creates dramatic overhangs and folded edges that resemble real petals unfurling. Work patiently, rotating the canvas as needed so gravity supports your structure rather than collapsing it. If a section begins to feel too busy, use your knife as an editing tool. Scrape back confidently, preserving only the most expressive marks. Professional work is often defined by selective subtraction as much as addition. Throughout the process, step back frequently and evaluate the composition from a distance. Sculptural floral wall art must succeed both as close tactile texture and as a cohesive large-scale visual statement. Ask whether the eye travels naturally through the piece, whether one bloom dominates too heavily, and whether the negative space allows the texture to breathe. Once the major forms are complete, allow the artwork to dry thoroughly, often 24 to 72 hours depending on thickness. Resist the temptation to touch or refine too early because partially set texture can tear and lose its crisp relief. After drying, consider glazing or dry brushing select areas to enhance depth. A soft, translucent glaze in the recesses of petals deepens shadows, while a lighter dry brush on the raised edges intensifies highlights and sculptural realism. This finishing step can dramatically elevate the gallery presence of the piece. For those creating art specifically for YouTube audiences or to sell as statement wall decor, presentation matters immensely. Film close-up shots that capture the knife gliding, lifting, and leaving peaks. The sensory satisfaction of texture formation is deeply engaging for viewers and performs beautifully in art content. Use angled lighting during filming so every ridge casts visible shadow, emphasizing the three-dimensional nature of the blooms. When the artwork is complete, style it in a neutral interior setting so viewers can envision it as luxury wall art in their own homes. A textured floral abstract is more than a painting. It becomes an architectural accent, a tactile conversation piece, and an emotional focal point that shifts with light and mood. The beauty of sculptural palette knife florals lies in their balance of control and spontaneity. Every petal stroke is intentional, yet every ridge carries the energy of the hand that made it. That human touch is what collectors, clients, and audiences connect with most deeply. So as you create, don't chase perfection. Chase movement, elegance, and emotional bloom. Let the knife dance, let the petals rise, and let the canvas become a field of living texture that transforms ordinary wall space into immersive artistic experience. If you master pressure, composition, material consistency, and the poetry of restraint, your floral abstract wall art will not only look professional, it will feel sculptural, luxurious, and unforgettable.